Hey everyone, Hedgehog here. Last week, Rocket Labs successfully reached orbit with the shortest modern rocket in current operation. That's a really big deal. But not a week later, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, or JAXA for short, made history by launching the world's smallest orbital rocket. It's both the shortest and the lightest rocket to ever place an object in a stable orbit. Now, when I first heard about this, I was completely shocked. JAXA's SS-520 number 5 is truly fascinating. For starters, it's not even supposed to be an orbital launch vehicle. It's a sounding rocket. That means it's designed to soar into space with up to 150 kilograms of scientific equipment on board, expose it to vacuum for several minutes, and free fall back to Earth. Now, instead of placing 150 kilograms of equipment, JAXA placed about 145 kilograms of a third stage, a solid rocket motor, and another 3.5 kilograms of a small student-built microsatellite. So while converting a suborbital rocket, which would commonly be an ICBM, to an orbital rocket by adding another stage instead of the original payload, which would commonly be a warhead, has been done many times by a bunch of countries, and you can see my other video on small orbital launchers to get a feel for these. But converting a sounding rocket to an orbital vehicle is pretty amazing. So anyway, I wanted to see if it was even possible to do it in KSP with my realism overhaul and real solar system build. And, well, just see it for yourself. Alright, so that was the spec for the rocket. I tried to keep it as true to the original rocket as I possibly could. I showed you everything, so you see this rocket is really legit. It's as close as I could get it. There are a couple of things that are a little different. The payload is slightly heavier. I couldn't find a satellite that was 3 kilograms, so I have one that's about 6.5. So it makes it just a little bit tougher for me. And also the attitude control pack with the thrusters on it is actually attached to the second stage, and it gets deployed after the second stage instead of after the first stage. So that's a little bit different. You can see here the first stage was super fast. It was just 32 seconds, and it takes me up to almost 100 kilometers. With the atmospheric drag, that means about 90 or 80, 83 kilometers. I think that's the FOAPS that I got. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm mostly keeping the first stage because it's got the fins on it. So I want to make sure that this rocket is still stable, it's still facing the right way. And as soon as I get up to the higher atmosphere, I'll be able to ditch the first stage with the fins, engage the attitude control system, and once I have that going, I can deploy the bearings and I can start the second stage. So that's about to happen very, very soon. Right now you can see I'm aligning myself. I'm starting to get ready for the second burn, and that's going to happen at, I think, around 81 kilometers up. So just a couple more seconds, getting ready for the second burn. These are all solid stages, so I have to make sure that all of my attitude control is perfect, or else things are just going to go crazy. Okay, so still going up. Here we go, ditch the fairings and launched and ignited the second stage. So yeah, I'm just going to fast forward this part. It's just a few minutes of burning, so you don't need to see all of this. It's very much like the actual rocket. I tried to keep it as true to what the rocket actually did. So the second stage is almost out now. Here we go. And now all I'm doing is lighting up the flight computer just to verify that I'm going to keep going straight, because decoupling tends to send this rocket all over the place. So that's all that thing's doing. I'm flying straight. That's what I'm doing. I just need a lot more speed to get to orbital velocity. This is the third stage. There's nothing going on here. It's just a solid rocket booster with you know, a tiny little payload on top. This is a Pioneer 3 satellite, and yeah, that's it. So let's just see what happens. Okay, just a few more seconds, and 3, 2, 1, orbit! We did it! 3-ton, 10 meters high rocket. It used to be a sounding rocket, now it's an orbital launch vehicle. The actual rocket was aiming for 180 kilometers by 1500 and a 31-degree inclination, and I managed a very sweet 165 by 1000 at an 28.7 degrees inclination. So I say that's really freaking close. Anyway, I hope you like this video, and if you do, like and subscribe for more. So catch you in the next one.